It's Groundhog Day in Ottawa, and once again, the Liberals are back with the exact same recycled policies that failed Canadians before. In today's question period, Canadians weren't hearing new ideas, new solutions, or new leadership. Instead, they got reruns, higher spending, empty promises, and zero accountability. Conservative MPs didn't let that slide. They pressed the government on real issues Canadians care about: affordability, public safety, and economic responsibility. And once again, the Liberals had no real answers.
Promised a grocery rebate years ago, and food bank lines got longer. They spent years talking about affordability, and prices kept climbing. They promised action, but after all of that bluster, groceries will cost a family of four more than $1,000 extra this year compared to last. Wow. And now they're back at it again, offering the same inflationary plan, $10 a week off of a $300 grocery bill, and that's not even for everybody. So why are Canadians supposed to believe them this time?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
It might be that my colleague was more concerned about their own future, but on this side of the House, we were concerned about the future of Canadians. That's right. There's a lot to be rejoiced today, Mr. Speaker. That's why I see the Conservatives so enthusiastic. It's Monday and we have good news. You know why, Mr. Speaker? Because we did the second reading of C-19, Mr. Speaker. C-19, that's why I see all the Conservatives smiling, Mr. Speaker, because they know that helping 12 million Canadians is why Canadians sent us here. Mr. Speaker, we're going to build a strong Canada. We're going to build strong families because we believe in Canada.
The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
I don't think he's grasped the irony of today. In 2023, that same finance minister promised that he would, quote, bring price stability to Canadians. He summoned the grocery CEOs to Ottawa. He promised competition. He promised affordability. And then he delivered 2 more years of whatever that was. Now in Canada, we have the highest food inflation in the G7, and over 2 million people are lined up at a food bank every single month. The Groundhog saw his shadow today. Will the finance minister finally see his, or will Canadians get the same Trudeau policies that we had for 10 years?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
I'm so happy to see that some Conservatives are actually reading what we're saying, Mr. Speaker, and listening. I think they should listen to Canadians because that would help them, perhaps, Mr. Speaker. 12 million Canadians are going to be benefiting for our measure, Mr. Speaker. 12 million Canadians. This is not something to shout about. This is something to rejoice, Mr. Speaker, because on this side of the House, we meet Canadians where they are. Canadian has told us, give us a boost, give us a bridge, Mr. Speaker. We're going to build a stronger economy in the G7. We're going to be there for Canadians. We're going to build Canada strong, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member for Foothills.
Are literally the definition of insanity. 3 years ago, this finance minister promised Canadians they would solidify food prices. Today, he's tabling the tired Trudeau policy that failed the first time. The only results of Liberal policy is Canada has the highest food inflation in the G7, twice that of the United States, and Canadian families are paying more than almost $18,000 a year just on food. So will the Liberals support real affordability plan, cancel their hidden taxes on food, or will they continue with this insanity?
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, the Daily Bread Food Bank, the CEO of Food Banks Canada, Food, Health and Consumer Products of Canada, and Roots Community Food Centre in my own riding, Mr. Speaker. These are all food centres that have praised the work of the government and the new groceries and essentials benefit that many are saying will provide relief exactly when people need it. And you know what, Mr. Speaker, across the aisle, these Conservatives talk and talk and talk, but do they ever support a good idea? No. They have no idea what to do. All they know how to do is oppose and deny the help their own constituents want and need.
Wow.
The Honourable Member for Foothills.
It's going to hurt the Honourable Member, but under Conservative government, the average weekly food cost was about $160 a month or week. Now it has more than doubled under the Liberals to $340 a week. The facts are that the Liberal policies are driving up food prices to Canadians. The fact are 2.2 million Canadians are using the food bank every single month. And the reasons for the food prices aren't a secret. It's an industrial carbon tax, a fuel standards tax, driving up the costs on food, fuel, fertilizer, and farm equipment. Exactly. So again, will the Liberals support a real food affordability plan, a Conservative plan, or will they continue to drive up food prices?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, here we go again. again, talking about imaginary taxes instead of the real things that help Canadian families. Last week I met with provinces and territories from across the country who all agree that, for example, the early learning and childcare system is saving families in all of our jurisdictions, sometimes up to, Mr. Speaker, $14,000 a year. That's the kind of thing that Conservatives vote against. Whether it's a school nutrition program, support for families raising children, or now a groceries and essentials benefit that will help some of the most vulnerable in our community, they say no to their Conservatives, even their Conservative voters.
The Honourable Member for Charlebourg, Haute-Saint-Charles. Mr. Speaker, Canada now leads the G7 in food inflation. In 2023, the Minister of Industry, however, stated that the Liberal government had obtained a commitment from major grocery chains in Canada to stabilize and lower prices. Then in September 2023, the same minister threatened to use all means at the government's disposal to force them to lower grocery prices. In October of the same year, the minister claimed victory, saying, and I quote, "Canadians will see discounts, price freezes, and competitive pricing programs." Today, food inflation in Canada is twice as high as in the United States. What happened to his promise? The Honourable Minister of Finance. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to see that my honourable friend is able to list all of the measures we are putting forward to help Canadians. In fact, 12 million Canadians, Mr. Speaker, will benefit, and I can see it in his smile today. He's pleased because it's his second reading has begun. He can go into his riding and say, thanks to the Liberal government, we are standing up for Canadians, Mr. Speaker. And I see his colleagues, they're all getting ready. You know, I'll invite him, and I think there are more bits of great news. I'll invite him to ask another question because there's more great news. It's Monday. The Honourable Member for Charlebourg, Haute-Saint-Charles. Mr. Speaker, we've already mentioned that we will not be against giving $10 off coupons to Canadians a week, but the same minister at Industry 2 years ago said that the Federal Financial Consumer Agency would actually be monitoring price reductions at major grocery chains. But what we're seeing is that food costs have gone twice as high. What does he have to say about that? The Honourable Minister of Finance. I get the sense that they want more great news, Mr. Speaker. $500 million for the Strategic Response Fund for structural measures in Quebec, in Canada. Additional funding for food banks, national strategy for food security, standardization of labeling. Not only are we acting on one-time basis to support Canadian families now, we're also making food security at the heart of the government's business. I'd invite all members of this House to vote in favour of the bill. Let's move forward for Canadians and build a strong Canada.